getting a shit ton of notifications and a bunch of wars are popping up. I'm obviously not mentioning any of those because we'd be here all day. So for me personally, this is by far the best way to play with the Millennium Dawn mod. Things get just fucking crazy. Now this is obviously going to be a chaotic mess, so let's just jump right into it. And also, just because there's so many damn countries in this mod, I don't think I'll be able to look at every single one of them. Obviously though, we will cover some of the biggest nations in the world, like for instance, Bhutan. Definitely. I actually feel like everything is about to crash and burn because it is, holy shit. Alright, let's figure this out. Yeah, we've got the Canadian Independent Kingdom, obviously a monarch led by Andrew, whoever the fuck this guy is, as well as the United Socialist States, which is actually communist. That name doesn't make much sense because there is actually a socialist ideology, but whatever. This bald-headed man will be leading the USSA, and I guess we'll see how it goes. Brazil is just straight up fascist by, Jesus. Okay, how did you get over here? He kind of reminds me of Urkel, if Urkel was an old pedophile. Both Peru and Ecuador are socialist. We've got Colombia here as a conservative, and Bolivia is progressive. Damn, Britain. Are you trying to tell us something secretly? This is the second time you've shown up as Islamist. Should we be worried? Oh my god, we actually have a familiar face though in France. Le Pen is here. Okay. You know, this is also a good time to mention that I don't want to do the top 5 MILF video just yet because the list just keeps growing and growing every video. Maybe we'll have to do like a top 20 hottest MILFs in Hoi 4. I don't know. I'll think about it. I've joked about this before in the Millennium Dawn mod, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Fourth Reich. Yeah? I'm fairly confident. Well, this is gonna be real fun. Oh my god, well, would you look at that? The greatest empire the world's ever seen has returned. If God doesn't exist, then explain this, atheists. And as for East Asia, we have reactionary India, Socialist China, Islamic South Korea, and Libertarian North Korea. But here's a fun one, Red Australia. Wow, okay, straight up commies. Maybe Bob here can finally defeat the emus. Turkey is the only country I found somehow that stayed conservative. Erdogan is still leading this nation. Oh, and by the way, real quick before they die, we have the Socialist Allah state. That's right, ISIS is socialist, but they're still gonna die like really soon. I'm pretty sure Vatican City stayed the same as well, right? Francis doing his thing, slapping bitches and pimping hoes. Damn it, Pakistan, I feel like ever since I talked about potentially showing my vagina, this man just keeps popping up in every single video. Please, sir, stop sending me dick pics. Whoa! China and India are at war? That doesn't happen in every single video. Armenia has declared war on Georgia, and Albania declared war on Montenegro. Finland is being led by a 13-year-old girl. I'm trying very hard to not say anything that will put me in prison right now. Oh, and fascist Belgium is taking out social liberal Luxembourg. I guess Islam has already spread to Ireland, so this whole area is definitely not haram. We're also seeing a lot of countries either join the Indian or Chinese faction, because I guess that apparently happened when I wasn't paying attention. So it seems like once again, these two countries are gonna cause World War III. Oh, but the commie Americans want to get in on the fun, forming the North American Association of Workers. Argentina, surprisingly, also joined in. The Fourth Reich is now going after Belgium. That seems appropriate. And now that I think about it, this world might be really one-sided, since both the USA and the Soviet Union are likely to form a team. It seems like for the most part, most countries are joining the Indian faction. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned that Italy is now a monarchy again. I'm not sure if it's a possibility, but I would really love to see like a reformation of Rome in 2017. Child molester Urkel just really messed up because Brazil declared war on Argentina, pulling in the United Socialist States. So I don't think they're gonna last long. Unless they do this. I guess this is what it feels like to get bitch slapped by Urkel, because they just made me feel like an idiot. But either way, China's not that powerful. They're still facing a pretty strong Indian faction, and it's not like they really care that much about Brazil, I don't think. The British, by the way, have formed the European Coalition of Muslims, and France is in the European Federation. Le Pen is already gone. Okay, this man always seems to pop up. We've got a classic Franco-Spanish War though, so this is very EU4 of these two countries. And there it is. We all knew it was gonna happen, and it happened. Which means China here is about to get gangbanged from both sides. And man, do I feel jealous. And I did forget it's only a matter of time before Red Australia wants to join in, as soon as Bob finishes with that whole bird problem. Spain was just forced to join the European Coalition of Muslims, even though they're socialists in this game, because I don't think they were gonna be able to take on France all by themselves. All right, and I do wanna mention I'm getting a shit ton of notifications and a bunch of wars are popping up. I'm obviously not mentioning any of those because we'd be here all day. But either way, the faction map mode looks like something Bob Ross would paint. We've got countries all around the world joining random ass factions, and it's making for a pretty chaotic mess. The German state, by the way, took over Luxembourg, put this country into power, which I've never in my life heard of that, as well as Belgium is now nationalists. And Germany's not gonna stop there, as they go after Austria now. And this is the disgusting front of Eastern Asia. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Ukraine joined the Muslim faction, and now they're gonna pay for it because they're at war with everybody now. So that's great. I guess the Soviet Union isn't cool with jailbait, so Finland is being destroyed. Oh, I guess the Fourth Reich is gonna continue with their old strategies. They just annexed Austria, but they remain one of the only European countries without a faction. Italy is also here in the same boat. This might get fucking weird. Iran declared war on revolutionary Jordan, and for some reason when I read the words revolutionary Jordan, I think of these new basketball shoes being sold at Foot Locker. Damn! Well, most of Eastern Europe and the Middle East now want to help out India, and it's probably starting to have an impact because China is about to fall here. Brazil is surprisingly doing okay because they got the help of Venezuela, but we'll see how long that lasts. And they're just not stopping. Germany's declared another war, and already the Dutch are about to capitulate. Oh, and by the way, Islamic South Korea has taken over North Korea. Wow, Brazil, it looks like you've just been stabbed or something. Like you were involved in a horrible prison riot, and it didn't turn out very well. The Dutch obviously lost their war, and now they're a puppet of Germany. And here is the kind of World War III peace treaty. India taking 29 states, holy shit. Soviet Union took 6, Colombia took 12, as well as a shit ton of nations were puppeted. I guess we'll start with South America. Colombia. This might be the best I've ever seen them do. Can you imagine the amount of cocaine they can now grow in this territory? India, though, obviously gained the most out of this peace treaty, as they just kind of exploded out eastward. The rest of China was puppeted by the Soviet Union, and yeah, this guy's back. America got a little bit out of this war by taking Marxist-Leninist Manchuria. All right, fantastic. Oh, actually, they also took North Korea and Uruguay, so that's great, John. North Korea, by the way, is communist, just like the United States is in this game. So everybody's favorite Asian twink is back. Oh, and by the way, the rest of Brazil is now socialist. Not a big surprise there. And this is what the new faction map mode looks like. There's a lot of orange and a lot of blue here. While in Europe, more countries are joining the coalition of Muslims, even though, once again, Italy, you know, you're not really Muslim, but whatever. This kind of means without Germany's help, yeah, Macron is fucked. And I guess I should have just assumed there was a massive ass war in the Middle East, because, you know, when is there not? But I guess a bunch of things happened. From the looks of it, it seems like Egypt just got eaten from all sides. And maybe this isn't a surprise, but once again, for another video, North America hasn't done anything. And there was kind of hope this time around. I figured since Canada was a monarchy, we'd see some shit go down. These are probably the most disgusting borders I've ever seen for South America, and damn it, I am so proud. Please continue. I don't care how hideous you become. You're making daddy happy. Europe is still dealing with a whole bunch of wars, but the borders don't look that different. France is gonna die soon, and Germany is just chilling, while Ukraine basically takes on everyone by themselves. Like I said in the very beginning, this was kind of a one-sided world since the Soviet Union popped up and America was communist. But if the Indian faction doesn't lose any members, they would definitely still give them a tough time. I think they'd still lose, but it'd be interesting. Oh, and I just noticed Pakistan was completely taken over. I have this feeling I'll be getting a lot less dick pics now. Oh, and I guess I missed the fact that Europeans are in Africa once again. And damn, look at Derg, Ethiopia. Oh man, what a name. They're fascist, and I wasn't paying attention, but they're taking over shit. Viewer discretion is highly advised for this. I apologize if anyone loses any sort of eyesight, as they witness probably the most gruesome border gore I've ever seen of the British Isles. Damn, dude. What the hell did you do? Oh, and by the way, Germany joined the Asian Entente of Nations, because, you know, why not? Alright, so there we go. That was this chaotic world. The game pretty much keeps crashing now. I wish there was an easy way for me to just disable all the factions without having to switch to every single country and leaving it like that. But either way, India versus China always starts World War III, and it's kind of been 50-50. The winds kind of go back and forth between these two nations. I definitely want to do another video where we turn the entire world a certain ideology in the Millennium Dawn mod. Let me know down below if you have any suggestions of that. I have at least one in mind that I definitely want to do. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. And of course, big thanks to Johan, Kirby, Elfie, Destiny Fucker 9000, Michael Ghazi, Jane Copeland, Blackstar 185, Wyone, Spatial Winter W, and for